Baby, a cam many yen aqua no say a cano debia da and rameti finance minister on common air cosono. They say ya can chum 700 billion. In Crawford can 535 mpacho, it is not true. More if it's a cocoa border or the syndicated loan 3 billion back 3 billion back 6 billion. Yan fan coca home. To ubu into see this now the coca one. As a canekwana air quananim. My if it's a Bank of Ghana, am I buying coins so uncould 10 billion? Now buying could 25 billion. To the 15 no best was account and also the whole chain. What they are not ton chain. I buy now Bobby Sanket and getting bonds we try to wish at the cano. The Biano IMF with Sacrata we had the Becona Cane Costro. A cane Costro. Sicanin Timimba. Offer. Say, yeah, they say a chain IMF.
And Sanya the Betty can cry, I can't send ya beshe. Na ya saw a canon. Or see a beside who say a year dang and ye do her. Like an itiawa. Say, wa kusuku bebre, and wa walk a craving wa one could Munyi nara, ubia when in India kakra, name woman chrese uonyansa. Ye kusuku ekusia dear edi hunwa dear, and your friend in nim dear. And ye wanted here a boy minya enibue. Ne nyansa dear, se unya na asa. Inti your friend in nyansa. Ghana mine and yakoye. Yakoye se obia sebe o high dine, a wasikani be fee. Yes, asasi a in it is your dear. Assassin Yanko Pondia. Assassin you trade young Pondia. Now a high dine was he can be fear no. If you're now with him, one cassa we a driver. What car battery I say. What car battery no. What could be sa no? You see, you bring out that there be about 750 Ghana cities. What ba a yari diabetes with the 14 years. You trade a drum metformin a man. You could walk a 1 month supply no. And new 200 cities. We hearing him. Yes, you hear drew be if na jubiano on your pains. Say drone so 600 cities. Wo back it to a dear sebe. Or no, ne yari or yare no. Or ye obubu afo. Or no so na a yaw be one. Or no so a car we hear a diacote drone with your scanner. Nini na ko see be 500 cities. Na if ye no so o toilet apai. O toilet apai if it's a one kasa wo ka ho bi. With the brobia and the kuti efiso. Emma toilet na pai. When you ne chirino, we fear we landlord. Or say bro nyeba into a child 3,000 Ghana cedis. Now kwasi am paying intino. Wa wan toilet no. Wa wan to bedroom. Wan to yidro. Wan to bucket wedro. Now the akoto Christmas tree. That is Ghana for you. The tintin in it ano.
You hear?
Yeah, me here. Ansa ne fata. Ya nkyerɛ sɛ ye wonyansa. Ɛdɛ ne hia. Wo man mu ne hia kaden. Ɛne sɛ sɛbe. Wobɛbɔ nipa ho ban. Enti ayaresabea ho hia. Ayaresabea mai kra ya nwi police ni soja ho. Ese police ni soja oyare obekwan. Ayaresabea ne titiw. Ayaresabea kra ni wa ye nko school. Enti si ani nyansa ye de be kyerɛ nipa ma na be hospital a. Ya betetin haban ne ye tumi dia boye ho ban ansa ne ye bibi foforo ya resabia wan aya resabia ni ho ye school adan so anapay na metie ya titi na me ra ho tam na ese e wo so no sabe metie ya titi sa be eche school bi baby ankwala no wona enya enso ye nkromfo esi baby a ye gusu tua wo mo ka enu nso echi no ye wonipa bebre ayama wo mu posu a posu na wo mu no ye guso etua wo mu ka me pese me kire mo se e ka na ye de no saa ka no sabeta frache e ka na ye de no saa kra no it was created by the people we have put into positions of authority. It was created by the people we call yasoafo na ebi mu ni nyansanti no wo mu frɛ wo mu ye mpanyimfo ye papa mu ne ye maame mo ye wo fa mu ne ye soa mo ani mpanyimfo a wo mu hwɛ tete yen ani ya hemfo na enu achi no ya soafo a ye yiw sɛ wo bɛ somu a wo bɛ somu yie no ne ye de waka ye mpanyimfo ho eti o hawa ye timu sesi a no ya soafo brofo mu no dodo na politicians and their political appointees You are the cause of our debt and problems. Mumba Mamintie.
I'm a baby boomer. I was born just after the war. We've probably had the longest period of peace and prosperity globally, I would say, from that time. I've put a little bit of modest money away so I can hand something down to my family when I pass on, largely because I've never spent more money than I've earned, and I've been prudent, and I've worked moderately hard. Now, it always seems to me as a complete surprise to politicians how countries get in debt. Let me explain, because I don't think you really understand it. It's because politicians consistently spend more money than they raise in taxation, more money than they can possibly raise in taxation, most of which, in point of fact, they actually waste. The reason we're talking about countries which are broke, and they are broke, is because their ridiculous, ineffective, ignorant politicians consistently spend more money than they can raise. And then they borrow, and worse, they then print money because politicians and their central banks have a machine which prints money. You do that as a private citizen, and it's a criminal offence. You would go to prison for doing that, and politicians and their central banks do it all the time. Let me explain to you that these countries are broke. And they're broke because of their own stupid leadership and politicians. And it's immoral to ask ordinary taxpayers of any country to pick up the tab for failed politicians and failed banks. They are defaulted. They're broke. For God's sake, let's all of us admit it.
Κύριε Bloom, έχετε μία μπλε κάρτα.
What's the European Union Parliament? Nneɛma wei a ɛkɔ so ɔnte ebibirim ha bio. Dwumidie, katasehyɛ, prɔyɛ, krankran, ɛne korɔno. Sɛ yɛte ɔman wote ɔman na finance ministry etumi ahwɛ the whole Ghana anim na waka kyerɛ sɛ ɛpamacho yɛhwɛ $600 million a yehu. Please please. Finance ministry, all the accountants, the chartered accountants, whoever, whatever. Schools and Krofako, it's $600 million. Ye pay you. Jubilee House could have had to be that. Not you. But you offer. Sa chrono ni jumudie ketase share proye ne kanka da ben da na beso ye.
Nea oka se onhu no. Na owotumi ana onitumi.
Owotumi.
Ehɔ na no why resignation.
Okumha.
Resignation. So atiase. Ehɔ na na resignation ato hɔ. The simple truth is, momia nyintiase se wo ye wa wadwuma na wo pesika dodo a. Ɛwɔ sɛ wo pɛ bibi a wotumi fa no fo na wo ton abɔden.
Okay.
And now to me fan of four, now the capre to so name now turn or dodo.
No.
Na say nyansana, sabi, and look nyansa. Say nim dieno. Ya di pesika ma ya huni ye busuya no. Bia enye say nim diena na ye de bo oman sika ho ban. Efise obia owo nim die bebre, na mom onye nukredifo, ana oye kromfo. Ana oye enibrefo ana oye peseminkuminya no wo man kwan se omra oman ejapade ho a ode ninimudie kakra na owo no ode befa kakra a ese de ma amansan nyinara na ode amono nko ana busuafo na ode amono nko ana yonkofo ene ono nko ana dafo na eno na ya na mebisa se asem ya me papa ka kire me nkwala abrem opanyin kwesi dakwa Edianaba ofi adansi dompo ase opanyin kwesi dakwa ose kwesi memfom ade na wo yonko bi a wo fom ade aka kire ne se wo papa se wo fom ade a eye susu na embo manka wo ko fom no wasere nyankopon se onyankopon ade a me fom yi anya bi a wo bema me mmere ma me die di ana wo bema me ahoden ne nkwa ma me die di ana If you say chrono na ekoso fan. Ebi mu a wo mu ankasa nim se wo mu nyo mama. Ebi mu wo mu ankasa nim se nye sika e bi e dia peti wo mu ho se preko wo we. Wo ka na lipstick a oda ho ye preko. Enti ye di sika peti wo ho wie. Na se sabe wo fi se no nti ye mfra wo mama. Ohie ni a wo pe kakra obedi esesi a no. Obefra wo mama no asan serew. Na emomo no anim se wo nyanyansani. Enti no wo a ye di tumi kakra hye wonsa. Na tumi na ye di ahye wonsa nti no. Ya san afa amansan nyinara. Eyi ya chimfo kire se ya warriors. Se wo momma wo ho ban. Wo ko Ghana communities a ye nya 1 policeman to 500 people. Enso ye ma wo post na pe na wo nko ayi policeman ba ko pe ama wo so mo wo ho ban. If say ye say ya wo ya somfo enti ye pese ye bon ho ban na wo sese ne ya bon ho ban na etua wo kayi na daachi bia wo pension be ye enti wo be yi wakumamu na wo nye pese menkuminya na wo di asomoman no enti se wa anye wadwuma ne yi a wo pese hwan na sere wo se fa adwuma no to ho ma obi be ye bi na sania onoma a wadwuma no nso no so no nso ne yare enti ana ekabia ode na yonkofo ne nebusuafo bi nti so ntumi nka dia na amansan nyinara yeyi ni si ho se ommesom yen no ewose ye ne yeyi no saa ne yeduro me pesa me ko Africa memu ha ye se bibufuo na sebe wo menya kwan se wo mo hwe enkromfo so no enyo mo sika wo de che enkromfo ne na kire se wo mo ye obrempon eye sania wo mo kura nipa na wo mo bua nipa na nipa no tumi de ye adwuma ma se adwuma ni bi ne yetumi je ho taxes
ene ma me fa video
na wo mo de sa taxes na ahwe esikafo ne ehiafo nyinara enti yanko Zambia
ma me fa we nso wo de na
yanko Zambia
meters stand 5,000 liter solar system every market anywhere in the country because the solar works everywhere. Where there's power, you put power. And you tell me that you are the city fathers and mothers, but there's no toilet at the market. If all you need is to put that ball plus a soakaway septic tank, what does that cost? All of that under 50,000 kwacha. Why are you using money to buy a VX for the mayor? That VX for the mayor can put toilets in all the markets in your constituents. Think along those lines. The mayor can still drive a nice car, but it doesn't have to be a VX. If you want to drive a VX, buy your own. Buy your own. Why do you want to pretend? You know that you cannot afford a VX. Why do you want to pretend? Because you are using taxpayers' money. Now you should pretend. Hey. But a decent Hilux double cab aircon, it's a fantastic vehicle. Why you want a VX? Why you want a car costing $200,000? When that $200,000 you can put toilets in all the markets in that constituency. Town clerk wants a VX, mayor wants a VX, deputy mayor wants a VX. Whose money are you using? In that state house, I have not bought any new car. I refused. After the 16th of August last year, the system came to me and said, Mr. President, can you sign here? Before the 24th, I'm not sworn in. I said, we ni sign every paper. I'm not yet sworn in here. Sign here. $1.8 million. That near Chandalama, we ordered new vehicles. Your colleague ordered new vehicles. So now you sign because you need new vehicles. I said, why? $1.8 million for the president's vehicles? Are there no vehicles in status? They are there. Are they not moving? They are moving. Are there no wheels? They have wheels. I said, I will use those.
So what's ye Zambia mampeni kasa oka. Sabia bru sabia nyado. Ono so yetuntum te say. Ade na wotumi ehuri agina brane. Ekutia pesaminkumia. Na yenye haidi ya wofa. Ase fumche fumdi fumsi nkuwa na yende.
Efise yen na yesa line koto abano. Ebi adwen mu emre. Ebi adwen mu emre kakra.
Yeah, one sa line koto abano.
Ebi adwen mu emre kakra. Ena ebi nso ankasa nso ye pesaminkum nyanti ono odi kanji t-shirt ni sardine no de koto aba. Wamfe nyansa ena koto aba. Wamfe nukwedie ena koto aba. Ena enu nso echi no ye man no no dodo na ye ni akukuduro. Na oman biara sebe nyansa ewo nipa kakra bi tim no wo makoma mu no. Na nukwedie ewo nipa kakra bi tim no wo makoma mu. Na ne toso miensa akukuduro ewo nipa kakra bi akoma mu no oman na nsi niye. Efise se ye ashama. Se obi ahwa no weku nipa bi. Na obi enya kukuduro time na wo mu ku sa nipa ne se obepre no wetiem no mu akokko agi nipa no nkwa. Na anu nso echi no nipa no nso ayeku no ono nso adwuma wo fim no wo mu nso enya kukuduro se momye ni echire ni anhwehwe dipa ba me nso ye nkoye bibia ebepre nipa se na ewudifuo bi ye no. So man no obi edi nkwa asebo a ofa no hudi
Kwa.
Etitriu obi a yen yankasa yaponi tumi amano edi nkwasi asemo a ofa no hudi. Na nokora ne se yeni akukuduro a ensi ye yie. Efisa ese wutumi hwe hoho anim sane ane ye nananom abi mutrimu omre enti no kwesi broni tumi tutuo eku aboa na owie no tumi di tuo ni si fom aka kire ya nananom bi se munyina munye adwuma wo a wonnim a obefie adwuma no ho no etuo no beto enti obi wase okodwo nso krampo a no abatuo no ho no abesire tuo se mba chombe se mkodwo nso ba se yenya akukuduro a ye digimie saa na oman negu na ya ye nua bema me pena sempa nso na nsen
Major the second.
na juma nso meni
Finance Minister.
na juma nso meni kano foriata
Are you?
I don't know ka so no
Me share baby I kwara me hu say
Sir Ken Ekasembi. The chairman of the Data Bank Group has charged Ghanaians, including the youth, teachers, NGOs, journalists, and clerics to stop being quiet and neutral
2013.
in the search for justice and show some courage and outrage in the face of attacks on integrity in our democracy and the way the nation's finances are being mishandled. He said this when he delivered the second of the William Oforiatta Pawili Institute for Integrity lectures at the British Council Hall on 12th March 2013. 9 years ago. Speaking on Ghana's future integrity, rights, and responsibilities of the citizens, Ken Oforiatta used the seemingly neutral reaction of important bodies to the election dispute at the Supreme Court and the mishandling of the economy, which has led to a record 8.7 billion fiscal deficit, to illustrate his point about the worsening integrity deficit in our society. Can one kasa integrity when? Now we will say young kasa because in an econo, nenye can into which I say, wo any lawyer Ekufuado, any president Ekufuado. You don't know the definition of conflict of interest. Or mine, ye cons kwasumwa, and a woo company yam faswo. Mumferi. Says Sikan mubedin a dabeng. Mubedin a dabeng. Mufiwa more crowns musadi be bide. Your friend is saying, a Sikana upon. Ukotinefia ni asamo akodie no maka ho asem ase yentwem nti nyansafo ewo Ghana no gitum baako se nokure nie ye disankwa asem na chenese etwem adenti na teacher din adenti dia no ono awachi adenti ni na ono adokono adenti ni na oto paano adenti ni oye doctor ohwe amansan enye president pena ohwe no adenti na sojafo adenti na policefo obi apon a ni social security ni yesi onkodi enye sa onfa ni nyansan sie sika bi nya investment abria oda ho ye adwuma na opon a wetumi edi respect akotena na yetumi ahyehyɛ nipa kakra bi si from article 71 holders me papa di 85 he lives better than so-called article 71 holders if he say sebe obianka da say me papa fiska da o man sika da obianka say me papa bo bi krono da wo mo etwa asem krambo to no so tse na etwa bi to me so no ni nyina nkosi aga enso obo ne bra yiye nti no owo kakra obedie owo ne obehye owo bebi obeda adan ya fom kakra ma mo from article 71 holders na mo nyina mo ntumi nkase no kure ne minya doctor ni minya architect ni minya mason wo mo kro mo yire wo mo ho eye adwuma seme eti sadia me eye sisie eye kro no kankan mo me nyai na wo de time na wo pese ye ka bi etia obi no wo say integrity na momo ba kro no de ye kan ye no ye say o KKD momo ma na ma GTV bi GTV ayo my station na ye kan na me nwo so da e na ye mesre
omo ka se nko hobi
oh na se enti na me nko hobi na sabe so omo say wo mo anka wo mo nko bisa the director general of the GTV the director of TV of GTV and the producers at GTV say e dia na ye ka kire me nti a memma hobium e chese KKD dia otumi ka no kra efisa onye bribe eno onya asresre eno ono no hu se odidididi obi a politician bi ekita ne bag ni phone e jimisam o be ha mi ana be ha mi for me nim de ni mi nyansa
that's right
nyasa mi be kita oniama
that's right
efisa menso mabobra e wo nyansa wo adwuma bim when it comes to media brand management and culture and tourism management no sabe ye ka oman yi mu a wo mu nim media eso wo ho a meka ho bi sa nya me ni number 1 a meka esoro popua pa ho bi enti na den enti na mo de mo se mo ya article 71 holder sabe judge sa wo ko pension a what do na de wo mo full salary na ko pension nipa hin na ye adwuma Ghana wo de wo mo full salary e ko pension enso mo se chinchinia obi a Onua president na yi no say we ye shoe shine boy no see efi neko wo kra ma ye head of national security say we na adamfo bi a wankasa na ye nhye den hu adwuma bi a wo ye ni yie ye hu award bi a ye kwesi se president e be ma award wo ye ni yie no ye see ye disasi kapu duwe ye de ama wo nko an say wo ko pensioner kodi ana wo parliament 4 years bia na e se asan kukuru se sika no ma na sabi wo parliament na wo bobra na wo di wunyansa ye adwuma won tumi hwa oyire no ma na won tumi hwa mo mpa won tumi mmoa wo fa sibi e mo no nso nya bibi nye na wo kire wa waboa wo na mo se chinchini a mo nko amofom na media memeka masaka de biye mo say the fact that you can work hard to make money in private enterprise does not mean you have the integrity nor the wisdom to be in public service at a high level. Kotie papa yo Nigeria ne tie nyansasem wo kan.
Yeah, boy. I give him the same answer. I'm not ready. I don't want it, and I'm not interested in it.
You're not ready. In what sense do you think you're not ready? I mean, you've run the Central Bank of Nigeria. You've just in this interview claimed credit for some big changes, not least the fall in inflation that obviously has an impact on people's daily lives. Isn't that what people want from their politicians?
I know.
Improvements in their daily lives.
Yes, if I being a good central bank governor doesn't make you a good politician. I've seen enough people be successful in a professional life and then go into politics and destroy everything they've built. I personally...
Is that what worries you?
Yes, I think if I go into politics, it will destroy everything I've done.
And there's no way that you could be persuaded to rethink that attitude?
And not to what I've seen in politics. I've been in Abuja long enough to know that I cannot survive 1 year in that space.
That's an extraordinary conclusion to draw from modern Nigeria's political life.
I think it takes a particular type of skill to be there.
Nigeria Central Bank penny odano to say Ghana Higher Bank of Ghana was $343,000. Catch us say nyame ya do na bosume so ye see April mo a may hear the salaries of all the chief executive officers in this country. Nyame ya dom ye we have all the things ya can see and who be a ketri any allowances and the benefit one more dina beto hama wofa dem bebu se mpese de yen komodie
araho nti na mesiri no we were to me homa o man so one sere a obesume wu Esa wo hwe sika ya wo boy sesie ya na ye ma wo se sika no wonim die nti na ye de ma wo enu nti na nea oyi wo se besom na o ma wo se sika no ono anso tumi ma aban en efa Ministry of Finance so sika e wo se ye tumi de ma wo ma o mu buebue wo mo nko mo adwuma no wo mu tumi de bebo besia e de be ye adwuma no na mo amode se sika no bo aban mo besia enti adwuma e fo mpese o mpe bibi ya me adwuma me ye sesi ya se me pesika sebe esa me ne me colleagues bi a wo China ena sebe me di bu adwuma no mu wa abrochi me mu ni me nya bi ahwe me ho na me di bia ya me private medical insurance for after I go for pension ferie e che se ye yi nkromfo se wo mo mesom na ye yi wo mo se wo mo mesom a na wo mo adane pete wo mo hwa me yewu na wo mo ankasa asa abewe ye kakas ese sa na akoye o hie ni ba ben no se enne se ne benya diabetes a ono ankasa ni sika so ne duro to nyina hwe asem bi wotema asem na me dwen ho na me wura ho oba pa bi a wabobra papa wa yi adwuma onyankopon nea ono pe na oma ho kwan ma ne ba oba na wonya cancer e me yetwa ne nufu mienu nyinara every 3 weeks or about 4 weeks oko chemotherapy e wo kolebu oko bia e ka ode no e between about 3,000 to about 4,500 na
every week
ni kunu e obi a ono nso abobra ye ono an adwuma eno echi no onyi no no ye n'adwuma ka wo san ye security ka ho wakọ pension every 3 weeks eso mu pesa sika no ekotua okofa ne he eti wo a wenya aban adwuma bi aya wo boye krono no wo ku nipa na wo wi a wo awadane abo apete no asa bari ne kakas 6 regions in Ghana medical aka that's all we need 6 regions for the 6 major ethnic groups now regions no say anya similar sizes constituencies no dey yen reduce na anya similar sizes because e was say we opanyi bi say ohwe edom so a sa dom no so your regional minister otumi hwe edom of about 5 million people so who want to hwe about 5 million people so I don't know pay regional minister aye na regional minister no kra ho mfa so ne say and the ministers 120 na say see enti ye deka a ye ntumi hu ne ye ho no enti resabe minister for parliamentary affairs o woni dia pa obi obeka so nim nim dia no boa eti Onua as minister for parliamentary affairs ye man is a post man when to me and catch a president say president where the adabraka as Kwesi Pratt will say when he's conversing with his brother your friend is saying kweku baako say adabraka minister parliamentary affairs is saying president who here minister for communications and minister for information kabo mi na baako te ministers no so 240 Jai deputy ministers use the chief directors because politics yen nyina ye ka politics yen nyina say negative when you say in parliament what which we can't say why do baby obi say hey don't turn this thing into politics which means you accept that politics nankasa moye na eyen kwase asem do public service not politics but let's ask ourselves how are we going to move forward as a people? Because yaka complaints nache. So let's look at the solutions. Solutions na Kwame Nkrumah kabi. Oko Oman Penyin Kufuor kabi. Otifi edwen ne ho. Mugabe kura ahyase o kabi. Ewie ye ne say ye. Na emom say sia na solutions na ebi nie go to this for your blueprint.
Singapore has gone from being a third world country to a first world country. I'm going to share with you the secret of Singapore's success free of charge. If you implement this secret formula, your country will succeed. And I capture the secret formula with the acronym in English, MPH. The M stands for meritocracy. Meritocracy means that you select the best people to run the country. And what brings many countries down, especially in the third world, is that when it comes to selecting the finance minister or the economics minister, they will give their jobs to their brothers, their cousins, their uncles, their relatives, and not to the best people. The second pillar is P,
and P stands for pragmatism. But the best definition of pragmatism was given by China's leader, Mr. Deng Xiaoping. It doesn't matter whether a cat is black or a cat is white. If the cat catches mice, it is a good cat. So in the same way, it doesn't matter what your ideology is. If it works, you use it. You're not bound by any ideology. But the third pillar, the H is of course the hardest to achieve, because H stands for honesty. And indeed, what has brought most third world countries down has been corruption. And so Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, after he became Prime Minister, made it a point to punish not the junior people, but the very senior people. That's the formula for Singapore's success.
The Singapore success story, I think that is something every Ghanaian politician, the so-called modern-day politicians, should sit and read books about Singapore. We should be a Singapore fever. Even in the 70s, our economy was 39.5% better than Singapore. Early 80s, Ghana's economy was 25% better than Singapore. What happened to us? What happened to us? But the book be my madam for politician be a or for penny, me can't for penny a cabinet minister. Just 200 pages. It didn't hold Busumins here. The Kwaji Madia Quesia de Tremi, what kind 5 pages of an entwaso.
And Nejuma Yeno, a doss. And I can kind of way, Sabieta Frache, Sukua Yakoyeno, Neoma me and Sati Tru Nyokusiai. We learned to read and understand. We learned to write and explain. And then we learned to build our own thinking. If say I didn't hear mission philosophy, no, is Mitie Plato, Mitie Confucius, Mitie Kwame Nkrumah. Na enne Mitie Openyin Kojo Chire. Na Mitie Mesofo Lawrence Tete. Na Mitie Mesofo Solomon Norte. Na Mitie Asofo to say Otabel and Duncan Williams. Na masan kwa abrochire bi makotie Jordan Peterson. Na mitie all different young and different philosophers around the world. Mintie wo mu se minsua wo mu. Na mitie wo mu manaboa me ma mehu se ne amenso medwin. Enti we ya me boy me bo a kire efise. Me pese Ghana hu se Singapore ne Malaysia wo mu te se yen. Na emom yen pese minkuminya ene ntro ene ekunyen ye pedodo na dodo na hwan ne de impress efisa nukure nie obugansani bia ni wiase a wo de kronu sika eye ade e kire no a eye ne fe sa wuto Rolls Royce a enya wo na mebo abaso o mebo Sergio Pininfarina abaso ese bia na ka na okoto no no design wo a wenye sika ato no de mebo abaso sa wo de kwampa enye sika na yentumi wo kwampa wo de nye sika and na ye chiro the list of the richest men in the world. America, omo sika dodo pa no mu din mam. Ese bia na oton cocaine. E bia na oton ammunition. Eno no ontua ho tax. Eti wo a wutua tax dodo no. Woni sika din.
That's right.
Wo a wo bu ajankamba no. Woni sika din. Wo a wo titi ajankamba no ne o mama. So if say teacher ni bi o ma oni dama. Na wo hwe teacher ni bi a medene to Instagram some time ago ma obi a behu no. O kire nkwala de obi ebedu school anu obo ni nsem na one na sakakra no ansa eti nkwala ne de nije na ekọ classroom akosua de so ono onya ex gratia enso bi mu wo ho ma parliament committee so maka bibia da minti nyansa bia wo mu de aka enkomodie bia ho da yeah enso every 4 years ni ekuku di amano enti no blueprint na opanyin ne ka wo ho no adan yensu entumi nye meritocracy a kire se ejuma na ye pem obi aye no ma ho kwan ma obi amra mepebi na mo yan hwehwe ne a ohuhu nimdiye dodo enti at this point in Ghana we must be able to say it's not about wealth, it's about knowledge.
Right.
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
And na ye tosumienu no pragmatism. Enya se wode nkombodie ne brofo kese de ka asem no. Na emo ni mo yo. Me eba me di adwuma, me se me se me do. Me sia ne me ni mo yo pa.
Aha.
Eba na culture and tourism management.
What you say pa ni yo pa.
About the brand management, from the time I call ABC, within 1 year, you to raise your market share from 1% to 20%. Minimum your pa. So, and to one more minimum, you are no more kind of young baby, and you will miss your fork. No, near Tosso me and son, and no here pa. And no so be Nibia, Uncle Nejuma. My man no quine my name mine a buying a juma home. If you say crom 4, when him the crano. Odi ni nim de bebo ye nyina akro no kwaridie obia osi ope president die bia no ne waye twem no waye twem na emomene masem bisa ne se wo ye no kwaridifo ana sa wo nye no kwaridifo a Ghana foe enhoma onimu nyina na momfa ne nsi nkyɛn wo nye no kwaridifo a ye nhia wo se wo bepese wo ba bedi amansan yenim esa wo ba kakra esa wo kyema a soldier for die no se wo ye general wonko a wo be fa dia ma wonko a we busuafo until let's remember MPH it is a miles per hour meritocracy pragmatism and honesty yewie
babenda wase ofa kwesi che dakwa dim di focus pa na fe what be hono na ye hono na wo hwe the way you see kasa so ne bo ase constructed tree no with the appropriate sounds na show say wa being bibi ameka se bibi o mine dru no fa di kan boso enye de ewudim no sese ya meti he na se me wofa onim obi no so your bank manager or Barclays bank e be dey na obeba be family me hu ni ye afi na me ko rule line debit ne credit ne brought forward
o me do be ko yoko
aha
yoko wo de ne se ko hwe wo mo mabokro no no bra
meche wo aba
oh ya o hwe wo ba na afi de nkan ne de ama lawyer fo no
nka investment banker de no ya finance minister enye hwe atoye yaka kwentefi achia so emuye entino
ni edro ne de yebu ni edro na yebu
eyebu
ni edro na yebu if say nkwala da ho ye adwuma wo factory wo mo je 500 Ghana cedis a month
wo fa super
wo mo transport nso ye 500 Ghana cedis a month
super
debi me chese ebi ye adwuma 500 Ghana cedis a month esan etua transport 500 Ghana cedis a month eto dog no ba ko 3 cedis
that's right
odi wachi anapa ye 7 cedis
good
enso empenyimfo wo mo si wo mo abada ye say yenda ho nye article 71 holders nian kukuru sika pudu ma wo mo nienda ho nye bibi te say council of state wo mu ye nkromfo ba ko bie ni ho ameka so nipa bonfo wo mu ye nimdiefo mu ye nimunyamfo na emom ekuo na ye de wo makodom na eho nim faso efise ekuo na wo hwe constitution na mo constitution na say ya yese ekuo we ya mutumi to president no fo na emom mefuto amode ma president no opa and offer enti ahun faso ne sen as a doctor or the drip aba no de abesi ho no de pane na sensen ho no aka kire o say anye bi ayarefo yi se drip no se opa na wafa
and I say Omani na share so say enche the national flag will be on. It's going to be the biggest, the smartest, the finest political talk show. Cool. Looking for solutions. We're going to use the national flag to solve Ghana's problems. I keep telling you, Onua is a national project. Watch this.
And someone yeti, and someone you, and then someone try your
ya na eye wonwan kakra to da wo bisa wo se hina na be ma me muaye na hwenpo no be tire busa de bibi so eno ti na ye frɛ wo se bra na be ka ye ho ensam no de edin a obi ntimi nka be bia ehye obi ntimi nkoyi no eno na ye betime yi ede ama national flag so de ye do asem no mu asuko ye nye ye say aha ye can say national flag so de asem de mu oduro no ye busa de obi am person be ka ho asem no eno na ye ka aha so de ye de ani die be ka no kore natural afei ye de bubu anyene anane ahyewu kena amanyosam ahodo ene emu enema aye kuntokane esense ye kono mu ama wati ase wo ko de online ko enti ye crowd that become the convoy of intellectuals for the smartest and very insightful political talk show. The national flag, the talk show you deserve. The national flag. Right, T. Get ready soon. Over.
Maybe I sing this. When you say one member go school. When you say 1 month's time one member go school. TV will fear you. Now koto HD TV for abaso. Now the ball war. Now think kola no be go school now niska wo de tompa bo akura mo. Now wono yemfro sabere mana. Eti sabe na Ghana yesika sem te sen. Ena nkromfo bi na yeyi wo mu se wo mu nso mo man no mo mo aye president man mu man. Wo mu tumi ekọ se wo makọ high plane. If say eso tumi dware wo wiem. Wo mu kọ high sa plane ne sa boarding na. Ema president tena mu. Na sa nkromfo ni nyina wo mu ni felle bia so ebi mu dan wote ka mu asa bitafrache. Nkromfo nso bo mu se. Na president no nso kura sa nkromfo no mu nyina da ho wo no ho. Na wo mu sum. Na chese ofo awo mu.
Eso. Ebusia ma yemfa wonse o family da se. Ami aduma na o twese ne ye besan so ehia ebiem.